Our cat got hit right here. Was it right here? This big old blob of a brown cat.
I thought there was a box or a cross that's put up across the street or something. Yeah, they pushed the cat over the care or something.
This is our house we grew up in. I was 4 when we moved to Portland. 6 years later. And so that would have been 78, 79, 77.
I remember running into the wall and slamming my forehead, and Dad throwing me in the truck right here. Throwing me in the truck because I was dripping blood and went got stitches at the hospital.
When they started their tax business, they actually paved this. So this was what originally was a front yard, but they paved this whole area.
And we also had a basketball hoop on this roof here, and if you threw it up high enough, it would get caught behind it, so that my dad would have to climb up on the roof to get it down. This here used to be actually a real garage, but then we walled it up because we wanted a bedroom. Did you get that as a bedroom, or did Tina? Originally, one of us actually got it as a bedroom. We never got it as a bedroom. Then it was their office when they had a business.
This used to be, there was our fireplace for a while, and then my dad put in a wood stove.
Okay, one time I was at the park down the street, and I ran back early, and Todd and my sister and my dad were at the park, so I ran back early, and I actually had to go to the bathroom really bad. So I came here, and I'm knocking at the door, this exact thing. I remember looking in this window, and I could hear my mom and her friend suntanning outside. And I'm sitting here knocking, unlocking the door. They were talking, I'm sure. I couldn't actually hear them talking.
Like sizzling.
But I was knocking, I ended up pooping my pants on this front door. And
in fact, right there, there's a little
and then right after I finished the release, she opens the door and goes, "Oh, I didn't hear you knocking." I mean, she could have done like 2 seconds earlier, and I would have ran to the bathroom right now.
So it doesn't sound like, looks like anybody's home today. But they painted it recently.
Now, can you believe that this patio right here, I don't know if you can go look over.
You could probably look over. Yeah, there was a tetherball pole.
There's a hole in the patio where we put that tetherball pole right in there.
Yeah, and there was also, that was where I would go around and around. And at the back, that's the back window. That's where I ran into that back window.
It shattered it.
Got a nosebleed. So, but that was where I would go around and around in a
big wheel.
The big wheel with the Batman box with the Batman sitting on the side of it. And this is also the backyard where I hit Tim with a rock because my dad decided to dig a big hole in the backyard, but you probably can still see. Yeah, sort of. You can still see here. Yeah. So you can still see the backyard. And Susie had this big. Our dog Susie had a big, huge, like thing up here. Like a tin shed or whatever. It was the doghouse. That was my parents' backyard. And in fact, this back door was where I came out. I was sleepwalking and I screamed at the top of my lungs.
And you locked yourself out, actually.
Did I lock myself out?
Yeah, you locked yourself out.
Anyway, there was a hole right in that backyard, that thing. Can you see if there's a hole still back there?
I remember when they first put that cable in across that pole.
Oh, yeah.
I remember being afraid to touch it because I thought I'd be electrocuted.
And they took out that tree in the corner.
Yeah, I remember the tree. I remember a big storm where
all this for Tina too. Show that back corner.
I remember the storm took out our fences, and the dog in the backyard ran into our yard because the fence blew over. It was a big storm.
That shed was not there. Did you ever have a shed back there?
No, we had one up against the building.
But that was fenced off right there.
We actually locked my sister in the shed, and there was a hornet's nest inside of it.
Yeah, I remember that. And that was a wood pile. There was a wood pile right there too. My dad always promised he would make some sort of fort with the wood from that pile.
Not a tree fort though, because it's on top. Yeah,
the first time I did an endo. Do you know what an endo is? First time I did an endo was in this driveway. An endo is where you put your feet on the front wheel of the bicycle, and then your back wheel goes up. I was able to do that here. And I'm probably not on any other surface.
Yeah, I remember getting my first bike. There was a tree where the fireplace is. You can see there was a tree right in front of it. And then I woke up and Christmas and my bike had already been put together. My dad had spent all night putting the bike together.
Yeah, that's cool. The way the house is set up is basically it was a hallway, and there was 2 rooms on the left-hand side, and a bathroom, and the master bedroom on the right-hand side. And there was a lot of different things that happened in that course of the time here. Because at first it was just what was the succession of it? Because that first room on the left was a bunch of different things.
I think at first it was your room.
Was it my room first?
Yeah, and then my sister and my dad took a room that was maybe 8 by 10 or 10 by 10,
Yeah.
and put a piece of plywood halfway into the room to make 2 rooms. So he made like a wall out of plywood, and so we had this room that was really for one person. That was both of my sister and I. In fact, for nap time, I remember when I was really young, we used to make code against the wall. If I knocked once, it was an A. If I knocked twice, it was a B. It made it really hard to say like really long sentences because we're knocking the whole time, and then we ended up getting in trouble for knocking on the wall.
Yeah. Remember Dolly over here, the Doberman Pinscher?
Yes.
They had a sliding gate which looks like a door.
Now, were you here when they brought that dog home and the dog ran out and got run over immediately, or was that before? Oh, you had to have been here, so I don't know if you remember it though. Mom and Dad, I wasn't alive for this story, but they bought a dog, and I don't know if it was from Humane Society or whatever, but they took it home, opened up the door, it ran out, and immediately got hit by a car as soon as it just brought it home. And the guy in the car felt so bad that he gave them their dog, and it was like some prize poodle or some sort of prize dog for a while.
Why don't I know that story?
I don't know, but it was here. You were 4, you said?
I was 4 years old. So that would have been 1975.
You remember how many times Dad rebuilt this mailbox?
Is that a Band-Aid for somebody's finger?
You know how many times Dad rebuilt this mailbox? We'd come out and someone had hit it and plowed through it. And one time he took this huge beam and made it.
I wonder if this is the same family that used to live here.
I don't know. We could knock and ask them how long they've lived here.
Check their mail.
I don't see how the mail would let us know how long they've been there.
Oh, right.
Nothing post-dated. You know what? They were older, though. They wouldn't even be alive.
I don't know.
Stay here. Stay.
Hi. Oh, sorry. We were just over here at this next door neighbor's house. We actually grew up in the house next door. We didn't know if there were the family that when we were here, if the family that used to live here still, like, you know anybody that used to live here, like,
You new to this area, or?
you've been around for a while, probably. Okay. We just wanted to come and revisit where we grew up. So sorry.
Oh, okay. I think that family is still there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, you still here. They're there. I don't know how long ago.
Yeah, we lived there. I was 14, so that would have been about 20 years ago. Yeah, we lived in that house about 20 years ago. And we came back here. We'll come back here just to take a look and see how things have changed. So it's yeah, it's probably a little longer. Thanks a lot.
Hey, what is that?
You're almost out of disc. I don't know.